Ball caps have become a big controversy. The Department of Justice now investigating Major League Baseball for potential religious discrimination. The league recently warned several San Francisco Giants players against expressing their Christian faith after they wrote Bible verses on their Pride Night caps. In a letter to Commissioner Rob Manfred, the department's Civil Rights Division writes, quote, "The Trump administration is committed to combating religious discrimination. I have referred this matter to the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission for further investigation." Some athletes ripping the league.
This is what we're worried about right here. Major League Baseball players wearing a hat with a Bible verse on it. That's what we worry about in a billion-dollar industry. Major League Baseball, you can suck it.
I feel like it would be similar to saying everybody should have to wear a cross on their jersey, but I would never expect that with my teammates that don't believe the same thing. At the end of the day, I think I would literally just feel like, why is this in sport?
Outkick's Clay Travis with this. MLB has a real mess here. It's not 2020 anymore.
You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, guys, is on. Major League Baseball has made a grave mistake. Going after Christian players, for writing Bible verses on their hats. Now, why in the world would the San Francisco Giants actually put out pride hats for the players to wear? It's absolutely insane, guys. Christian players said, nah, we ain't really down with this. We're taking back the rainbow. And they put Bible verses on their hats. One player actually refused to wear the pride hat altogether and wore the regular Giants hat. This is really blowing up in the face of Major League Baseball. Folks, I told you this was going to be the end of Pride Nights. I don't think this is going to be happening in the next 2 to 3 years, because now Major League Baseball is catching a bunch of heat because these Pride Nights guys, they really do oppress Christians. And these Pride Nights, make no mistake about it, guys, is a political thing. This thing is completely political. I mean, the alphabet mafia has infiltrated sports. Left-wing politics infiltrated sports. They're telling these players, hey, you got to go with the left and abandon your religious beliefs. It's completely insane, folks. I remember back during the 2020 NBA bubble, Jonathan Isaac of the Orlando Magic, he actually refused to wear a BLM shirt. He refused to actually kneel for the national anthem. And the media was actually asking him, why aren't you kneeling? Think about how crazy that is, folks. Think about how crazy that is, that a player would actually stand for the national anthem and the media is going to ask you, why are you doing that? That is insane. Now, Major League Baseball, you got a real problem now, because now the federal government is coming after you for religious discrimination against these players. And it's all because Major League Baseball came out and they warned these players, you better wear these hats and not write religious stuff on your hats, which is insane. Because back during the George Floyd days, guys, MLB allowed players to wear like BLM stuff. Yeah, completely insane. Completely insane. Let's go ahead and dive into it, guys. Here we go. So right over here, Harmy Dillon says MLB might face legal consequences for warning Giants players. Un-American. Harmy Dillon's letter to Rob Manfred cites a double standard with Black Lives Matter uniform patches. Yeah. See, you must bend the knee to the left. They don't want you to believe in anything related to Christianity or Jesus. Imagine, folks, them actually telling a Muslim player, hey, you can't have that Islamic flag on your hat. Imagine the backlash they would actually get. Anyway, right down here it says, the San Francisco Giants have made themselves the center of the baseball world over the last week since their Pride Night game on June 12th. As they've done the past few seasons, the Giants wore specific hats with a rainbow-colored logo. The difference is, I guess, players back then were probably too afraid that they would get canceled or something like that, backlash. It was a different time, guys, like 4 or 5 years ago, during the height of wokeness. Now, that stuff is over with. It's over with. And we talked about the players, man, writing on Bible verses like Genesis 9:12-16, talking about God's covenant with man. And along the way, man, the Alphabet Mafia hijacked the rainbow. They hijacked it from Christianity. But look down here. Two of those prominent figures were Senator Josh Hawley and Assistant Attorney General for the Civil Rights Division, Harmeet Dillon. Dillon on Tuesday posted on X about the league's warning, saying, quote, the U.S. EEOC, that is the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, and state labor laws govern private employer disputes such as these. Time to lawyer up. Then, on Thursday, she took action. In a letter to Commissioner Rob Manfred, Dillon said that the U.S. EEOC will be investigating whether the league's warnings constitute religious discrimination. I don't think there's any doubt about it that this was discriminating on the religious beliefs of these players. And of course, Major League Baseball is going to say, oh, no. We always say that players, you can't do this. But Roger Clemens came out and exposed that, saying that players are always allowed to, write mom and dad or whatever. He had like a number 33 for Larry Bird when he retired. Yeah, Major League Baseball is liars. But anyway, this is what she wrote. Quote, swing and a miss. Major League Baseball encouraged players to wear Black Lives Matter on their uniforms, but reportedly threatened Christians who write Bible verses on their hats. U.S. EEOC will investigate whether this amounts to religious discrimination. After the blowback to their warning, the league issued a news statement claiming that this type of warning is commonplace and not specific to the text or meaning of the writing. Yeah. This is what they wrote. Quote, to be clear, this routine verbal warning not to wear the hat in future games is not disciplinary and had absolutely nothing to do with the content of the message. The updated statement reads, we respect players' rights to free expression. However, writing of any kind with any message is prohibited per Major League Baseball's uniform regulations, which provides in part that a player may not write, attach, affix, embroider, or otherwise display nicknames or messages on apparel or playing equipment. We have given the same warning numerous times in the past to players for messages such as Dad, Happy Mother's Day, I love Mom, and names of family members. In a letter, though, Dillon explains how MLB's conduct may have been a violation of the Civil Rights Act and that their explanation might not stand up to scrutiny. Quote, the Civil Rights Act prohibits MLB and its franchises from unreasonably burdening the rights of players with religious objections to serving as the league's vehicle for pro-pride messages. Federal law is clear. Employers must modify their uniform requirements to reasonably accommodate their employees' exercise of religion, it says. MLB has asserted that its warning to the Giants players had absolutely nothing to do with the content of the message and that it merely is enforcing a policy that prohibits writing on uniforms. Yet, MLB has allowed players to wear uniform patches reading Black Lives Matter. This double standard under which players may not inscribe Bible verses on hats for one game only, but may wear Black Lives Matter patches for one game only, calls MLB's true motives into question and raises serious concerns about MLB's compliance with Title VII. Employers may not use facially neutral policies such as a pretext for discrimination. Yeah. So there you have it, man. I mean, I hope, man, I really do hope that Major League Baseball gets into a lot of trouble over this, because this will end all these Pride Nights, folks. If anything, it's going to greatly diminish the level of these Pride Nights. It's going to greatly diminish that, folks. I mean, we saw a few years back, man, the Dodgers caught a whole bunch of blowback for actually honoring an anti-Christian drag nun group. That happened in super leftist LA. This has to end, folks. These Pride Nights are extremely divisive. Extremely divisive. And it actually does infringe on the religious freedoms of these players. So there you have it, guys. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time. Welcome to blackwhitenetwork.com. School is out. We're running a sale, 17% off everything in the merch store, guys, including our new Freedom shirt that is normally $29.97, but you get 17% off, including hats also as well. Our best-selling shirt is our America 250 Bald Eagle Edition with the America 250 flag on the back. We're getting close, guys, to the 250th anniversary of the United States of America. We also have other merch in the merch store, including hoodies, zip-up hoodies, hats, America 250 hats at that, other merch as well. And don't forget to become members, guys. $10 a month. You sign up, you get a 7-day free trial. You can also save money by getting the annual plan. We do appreciate it. You can donate directly on the website, $5, $10, $20, whatever you guys want to give. We do appreciate the support.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.